Fire in Hamden this morning heavily damaged a commercial complex on Dixwell Avenue. Tom Monahan reports at least a dozen businesses sustained fire or water damage and that losses are estimated at $250,000.
A passerby who saw smoke coming from the roof of the complex turned in the alarm just before 8 o'clock this morning. Firefighters arrived on the scene quickly, but the blaze had too much of a head start. No one was inside any of the businesses at the time, but 4 firemen received minor injuries. Some stores were hurt more than others. The owner of this restaurant doubts he'll reopen.
I don't think so because, it's going to be really a big mess to fix this place the way it is now.
Most places, I think, will be out of business here unless they rebuild. They're knocking down the ceilings, and the upstairs offices are all kaput. They're out of business.
Officials believe an electrical problem on the second floor was the cause of the blaze, and they believe it began here on the second floor above the Thomas Flower and Gift Shop. And because of the type of fire it was, it posed difficult problems for firemen.
There's several false ceilings up there, and we had a problem getting at the fire. That was the whole situation. It was a matter of getting people up inside, pulling the ceilings down. We got truck crews up on a roof, cutting trenches in the roof so we can get at the fire.
Officials say it's a miracle more firemen were not seriously hurt or even killed. As they put it, at the height of the blaze, ceilings were falling all over the place. I'm Tom Monahan, 30 News in Hamden.
The landmark was nearly lost. 10 offices on the top floor were gutted. 6 businesses on the ground floor suffered heavy smoke and water damage. And firefighters fought to keep the flames from igniting a nearby apartment house where 10 people from 2 families were evacuated.
Preliminary investigation shows that it was possibly an electrical problem on the second floor panel, and it went up into the attic.
No residents were hurt, but 4 firefighters suffered minor leg and shoulder injuries. Business people suffered more, many watching a dream go up in smoke.
I feel bad for these poor guys in the bakery. They're working tough and hard, trying to make a living, and now they're out of business.
Where do I go from here? Well, just get more insurance, I guess, cover myself, protect myself. A tragedy like this can wipe you right out of business.
And then there is Grandma, Frances Fortuna. She could only watch as the flames and smoke knocked her out of business.
Hamden's Department of Economic Development will help the victims relocate. Most of them have insurance, but the challenge now for many is rebuilding from the ashes. Peter Datch, Action News 8, Hamden.
More than 100 regular and volunteer firefighters from Hamden and the neighboring communities of New Haven and Cheshire were called in to fight the 3-alarm blaze.
We believe it may have started an electrical panel. Our first arriving units saw flame there with no other visible flame on the floor. There's a common cockloft through the whole building, which is a 2-story commercial. And the fire raced through the building. We made a very aggressive interior attack, but after about an hour inside, we finally had to pull the men out and make an exterior attack with master streams.
The fire broke out shortly before 8 this morning, blanketing Hamden's bank section of Dixwell Avenue with thick smoke and snarling traffic.
It was massive chaos with the fire engines and during the rush hour, but after a couple minutes, things settled down.
The 70-year-old landmark building, one of Hamden's oldest commercial structures, housed nearly half a dozen businesses. Town officials say they'll work to relocate the burned-out businesses.
We don't want to lose any of the businesses in town, and I'm sure we have an economic development department that will do whatever they can to relocate any of the businesses here.
Lucille Caliendo, Channel 3, Eyewitness News, Hamden.
Wow.